Well, the fallout is occurring. It's kind of crazy out there. Um, and it's getting ready to get crazier still. If you're a motorcyclist or riding in a biker club and you're heading home across the state of New Mexico right now, especially if you are leaving the area of the Red River Festival rally, the Red River Biker Rally, especially if you're leaving that area and you're trying to get home right now, you can damn well better believe that you may not get home without being harassed, molested, and pulled over by the cops because they've said that's what they're going to do. They're going to absolutely ensure that if you're going 1 mile per hour over the speed limit, they are going to pull you over and run a flashlight up your ass. You don't want to be called a biker gang? Well, that's the term they're using right now. We'll talk all about it after this brief introduction. Howdy, folks. I'm Black Dragon. Welcome to another edition of Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. It was unbelievable. We covered this last night live for about 2 hours. We watched it as it occurred. And it's just sad. And you're not going to believe what caused this all and why we are getting sick as hell of the BS. It's just ridiculous now. For those of you who haven't heard, there was a shooting over there in New Mexico at the Red River Festival biker rally that happens every year for the past 41 years. And typically, it's a good deal. They expected about 28,000 bikers. They know they had at least 20,000 there. And then a shootout between the Banditos Motorcycle Club and the Water Dogs Motorcycle Club, both 1%er motorcycle clubs, took place between Star Trading Post and Climate, two businesses there on Main Street. Multiple people were shot. And, oh my goodness, what's the number? 3 dead? Total of 8 shot. On Main Street, in front of 20,000 people. A rolling shootout, one police officer called it, as he screamed out on the microphone on the the police scanner or whatever communication device. Got a rolling shootout here. It came rolling down the damn street. He said, I believe it's the Banditos and some other motorcycle club. It shut down all the businesses. It shut down. Listen, if you are a person that goes to rallies and you're making your living at a rally like this can pay for half of your year. Some people work just the summer months. They go to 3 or 4 of these rallies, they make enough money to last all year. But a bad rainstorm, a bad show up, a bad attendance, COVID-19 can take you out, can cost you your ability to pay your bills for the rest of the year. And oh yeah, so too can a biker gang shootout. They're calling them biker gangbangers right now. Gangbanger. And what caused it all? This MC protocol stuff has taken an incredibly lousy turn. One motorcycle club, I would imagine maybe the Water Dogs, was seen in a picture, an individual or so, seen in a picture with an enemy motorcycle club. I don't imagine that the Water Dogs would have gone up to the Banditos and said, you took a picture with the wrong people. Could have happened that way. But maybe it happened the other way around. Somebody got mad at somebody for taking the wrong picture with the wrong person. This escalated to a verbal altercation. This escalated to a fight. And this escalated to a shootout on Main Street, where I would imagine people, this is in the middle of the daylight, there could have been children there. There could have been families there. A lot of people bring their families and stuff to a festival, a biker rally, and they have this shootout in the street. What's up, Brother Merlin? I see you. It is absolutely horrendous. We're going to go over here. If you guys help me bring that screen up, I'd appreciate it. We're going to go over here to the press release and check out what the, well, I don't want to call him a sheriff. He ain't got no cowboy hat on. I don't know what, some sort of police official. We'll hear who he is. And we're going to hear what he's got to say. This is not very long. And I may interrupt to give my 2 cents. Let's see, what's he going to say?
Shots fired call on Main Street on the east side of Red River. Upon arrival, we discovered 5 that were injured and transported to local hospitals. One of those that was transported was later pronounced deceased, and a 6th was airlifted to a Denver hospital. Bear with me here as I am tired and I'm trying to figure out who all these people are once again, but all 8 individuals have been identified as outlaw motorcycle gang members. 2 to be exact, the Banditos, and the second one is a group called the Water Dogs. The 3 deceased, which we'll be announcing, one was an Anthony Silva. He's 26, from Los Lunas, New Mexico. He was a Bandito. There was a Randy Sanchez, 46, of Albuquerque. He was a Water Dog. And there was a Damian Bro, 46, of Socorro, New Mexico, who was a Bandito. How this started, apparently the presentation of into Albuquerque over a photograph that was taken with a different gang, and that spilled over to here, where they ran into each other again. A confrontation started with.
So you heard that. It started from a photograph of a gang taken by another gang. This is what he says. And yeah, he's throwing that G word out. He ain't even got good started yet, throwing the G word around.
Words initially then turned into a fight, which then turned to shots fired. At this time, we have a few people arrested, one of them being Jacob Castillo. He's 30 years old from Rio Rancho. He was a water dog, and he is being charged with an open count of murder. And two of the folks that were injured have also been arrested on somewhat unrelated charges, but a Matthew Jackson, 39, of Austin, Texas. He was arrested for unlawful carrying of a firearm inside a liquor establishment. And the second one was also a bandito by the name of Christopher Garcia, 41, also of Texas, for possession of cocaine. The three remaining individuals who we're not going to name today because they haven't been charged with anything and they are still alive, but there was a 53-year-old, a 31-year-old, and a 43-year-old male, two of which are banditos, one of which is a water dog. As you can see outside, and this case will take some time, but state police is still investigating this. Our partners with the marshal's office, the sheriff's, FBI, and everybody else that's around that is able to assist have been helping us as much as they possibly can, so we appreciate that. And we would ask that if anybody witnessed it or has any video of the incident, which I'm sure there is a lot of it out there, we would ask them to call our dispatch center for this area, which is in Las Vegas. Somebody say something? Oh. The number is 505-425-6771, and that's option 1. Again, that's 505-425-6771, option 1. As far as personnel goes, I know that some of you may ask that, the community may ask how many officers we had assigned. I'll let the marshal speak for his department and the sheriff speak for his, but we had 32 assigned to this from the get-go. Prior to this incident happening on Friday, we had gotten some information from Texas DPS, who had been following approximately 400 or 500 banditos from Texas to the New Mexico state line, knowing that they were headed here. So we had added an additional personnel Friday night, and that was 12. Post-shooting, we've obviously added a lot more. So currently we're at the 65 to 70 range, depending on what time it is during the day, and those folks, our officers, will remain here until the end of this event. One thing I want to caution everyone, and I'll apologize initially to the law-abiding citizens that came to Red River to have a good Memorial Day weekend, not the gangbangers that are ruining it for all of them.
You hear that? I want to apologize to the law-abiding citizens, not the gangbangers that are trying to ruin it. Well, we destroy our own reputations in these things.
But for everyone, there will be zero tolerance from this point forward.
Zero tolerance from this point forward. It's about to come. Here we go.
That is traffic violations for 1 mile an hour over, seatbelt, jaywalking. We are going to stop and talk to everyone if they violate any law, traffic or criminal. We're going to run them to NCIC. Anybody with warrants or anybody who can be arrested will be arrested. This is not going to happen again this weekend because we're not going to allow it. We'll also have people posted up on both ends of town, roving patrols, not only here but in Cuesta, also in Angel Fire, Eagle's Nest, Taos, the surrounding areas. We'll have folks in the bars too to make sure that they're not overserved, which was more than likely a contributing factor yesterday, but we'll figure that out in the days to come. Again, my apologies to the people that came here to have a good time. These gangbangers who are lawless, and what they are gangbangers, choose to have a 3-day sleepover in New Mexico and not follow any of our laws and bully people around here. And that's not going to be tolerated for the rest of this weekend or any Memorial Days moving forward. So that's all I have for now. I believe I'm the only one speaking, so if you have any questions, now would be the time.
Will Red River be shut down?
So he just put it out. It's not going to be tolerated anymore this weekend or for any Memorial Days coming forward. You're not bringing your lawless ass over here, camping out for 3 days, pushing people around, bullying on people, not following any of our laws. The buck stops right here and the buck stops right now. I believe that they're serious as a heart attack. especially when you start costing people lives and money. You know how many helicopters were flying people to hospitals? Helicopters were flying people as far away as Denver, Colorado. I guess they don't have very many treatment centers, emergency A1, whatever the rating is for the trauma centers. I think they only had one in the area or something like that. So they had to fly people to Colorado Springs. We had it up last night. You could see the helicopters flying in on the aviation watch thing that they got. It's just sad. It's just sad. But your boy said, and here later on in this thing, he talks about following people all the way home and pulling your ass over if you go even 1 mile an hour over the speed limit.
Down today, will festivities continue going on? Anything along those lines?
I can't answer that. I don't have control of that. But yeah, if they're a gangbanger, it's not going to be a fun next 2 days. I can assure you that. So whether it's open or closed, it's not going to be a good time.
Chief, you had several hospitals on lockdown yesterday.
So that question was, are you still going to continue the rally? He says he didn't have any control over that. But if you're a gangbanger, you ain't going to have no fun. He means anybody in colors. You ain't fixing to have no fun here. So if the rally's still going on, I don't know, but I'm going to put you in jail for anything I can find. Now, several hospitals were on lockdown last night, so he's answering the question about the lockdown hospitals now.
Yesterday, you had UNM in Albuquerque, you had Holy Cross up in Taos, you had the Denver hospital in lockdown. I think from speculation, we kind of know why. But can you verbalize why those hospitals were put on alert last night?
Yes, ma'am. That's a great question. It's been our experience, and I think it's been the experience around the country when dealing with these types of gangbangers, is that when somebody gets shot or is killed and they go to the hospital, all their friends like to go there to be with them or pay respects or to protect them. But again, we had a mess here. We didn't also want to have a mess at all the hospitals because there's obviously a ton of innocent folks there that need.
So I remember hearing about that last night, and what happened was they had reports that hundreds of motorcycles were following the ambulances. So what they did was shut down the hospitals, put them on lockdown so nobody could get in them. Isn't that horrible that you might have somebody shot that you loved and cared about and couldn't go to the hospital because they were afraid the biker gangs were going to take over the hospitals and start shooting up the hospitals? But it's not beyond comprehension. They just shot up the damn center of town. It's not like they were acting overacting here.
Needed our protection. So I would like to thank the sheriff who handled the hospital in Taos and APD who handled UNM for us. We obviously had all of our resources up here, and I think that went relatively well, although it was a little sketchy to begin with. But.
And Chief, there's speculation that of the three that are dead, one may be a chapter leader for the Banditos and one of the arrested may be a chapter leader coming out of Texas. Can you confirm any of that information at all?
I think you already got our press release, but yes, one of them, one of the deceased, I believe, was a chapter leader here in New Mexico, and then the Matthew Jackson, the 39-year-old from Austin, Texas, was apparently the chapter leader for that area of Texas.
Chief, could you reiterate how many people were being treated at the Holy Cross Hospital in Taos, UNM, and also the Denver hospital?
I think everybody was in, please don't quote me on this. I can tell you there was 8 people that were shot, 3 of them are deceased, so 5 are still either, I believe 4 in local hospitals, 1 got flown to Denver. I don't know the sequence of events for each one of them, if they went to Holy Cross first and then to UNM. I just know that one of them went to Denver and the rest went to New Mexico Hospital. Yes, ma'am.
Would there be difficulty getting into Red River, or are you just recommending that people do not come in for the rest of the weekend?
I'm not going to recommend that. It's not my city, but difficult. We plan to have checkpoints on both sides of DWI checkpoints. Yeah.
Checkpoints.
Chief, correct me if I'm wrong here. This is the 41st year for this event. Is this the first time it's come back since COVID? It was for last year, correct?
I believe so. Yes.
Chief, can you tell us how many rounds were fired yesterday?
We don't have that yet. We're still working on the scene.
Can you talk about your crime scene? I mean, it's pretty vast. Can you talk about the crime scene that you're going over right now, and why it may be a difficult one?
I don't know that it was that difficult. I mean, it was contained in a decent sized areas compared to what we're used to seeing. But a lot of casings, obviously there's a lot of vehicles, a lot of motorcycles, buildings. I mean, thankfully, as far as we know so far, no innocent folks were hurt. You know, just gangbanger on gangbanger. But I think we got fortunate.
Publishing a book has never.
Anyway, they decided to cut out a commercial for me on me right now. I think we've got the gist. Now, what you didn't hear was that, like I said, if you're on your way back home, the whole state, and this guy said it, the whole state is watching for you. 1 mile an hour over the speed limit here is 1 mile an hour over the speed limit on the highway. 1 mile an hour, whatever we get on you, we're going to push that. And anybody that can be put in jail, we're going to try to put in jail. It is sad. And he's pushing that gangbanger narrative. And you know something? I can't blame him. It hurts my heart to hear when they call motorcycle clubs gangs. But when you're walking down city streets having a shootout on damn city streets, man, you don't care. You don't care who you hurt. You don't care who you put in jeopardy. And it's over all of this 10-year-old posturing. Oh, you took a picture with the wrong group and all of this mess. And even if it turns out to be more than that, it ain't worth this carnage, loss of life, loss of money, loss of finances. People, responsible adults in the room, put this thing together for people to have a good time, for people to make money, and for people to enjoy themselves. And here you come on that bullshit. Go do that at your own clubhouse somewhere. Go find an empty field. Oh, but no, it won't be spectacular. You can't go out in a blaze of glory. Everybody can't say, ooh, look at how stupid they are. Gotta be seen. Whatever happened to the clandestine movement? Gone. GOWN. Gone. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. A chapter president lost his life. Gone. GOWN. Gone. Yeah. Hey, if they put an end to our lifestyle, it'll be by our own damn hand. It'll be because these guys couldn't quit. Can't police themselves, can't regulate. What good is a sergeant at arms and all these officers if they've got absolutely zero control of themselves and the people around them? What good? What good is it? Pushing around on people, bullying people, like the man said in the press conference. You're going to come over here, not obey our laws, push around on people, bully around on people, come camp out for 3 days and do whatever the hell you want. 2 chapter leaders are dead. 2 chapter leaders. It's disgusting to me. Now, somebody said, Black Dragon, how come you never joined the 1% Club? Because I be damned. If someone wants to push me into a fight and hurt someone and kill somebody because they took a picture with somebody that I didn't like. I can remember some of my most favorite models, supermodels. Seeing a picture with them and their man, like, oh hell, man, she's got a man. I didn't like go shoot him. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. And then those are the folks we're supposed to go to get a blessing. I ain't shooting up no cities, no casinos with people's children walking around in them. No restaurants. No, they shut down whole businesses with it. So when you're out there the next time and you're at the Daytona Bike Week or something like that, or here again next year when you are at the rally next year and they tell your janky ass no colors because y'all don't know how to act. Oh, man, they won't allow us our freedom of speech. No, I'm not going to allow you to tear down my business. Everyone's got the right to go have a good time without you coming and spoiling it. Put it down, man. Let it go. Let it go. Find something else. All of this, who can go where, who can take a picture of who's wearing a patch, who can start a club, where they can, it's getting old. These youngins ain't taking it no more. They're revolting, all this, you're going to do so because I said so. I see it in my own club. The youngins ain't taking it no more. When I went into the military instructor said do something, started screaming at you and cussing you out, calling you the N-word. They could say anything to you they wanted. You get one of these kids in boot camp right now and say the wrong thing to him, he might kill your ass. They have better education, better information. They know more about their rights, and they know good and damn well what they're going to take and what they're not going to take. Spent 2 hours with a young 1%er this morning on the phone talking about to hell with all this so-called protocol you're talking about. We're going to do whatever we want to do. The best thing to do is just leave us the hell alone. Ain't nobody starting no mess. We just trying to ride our motorcycles and hang out with our brothers. And here comes somebody telling us what we can and what we can't do, ready to inflict violence on us. And we're ready to get back on down. And we're seeing it over and over and over again. But damn it, get it out of the public, man. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's a nightmare. It is a public relations nightmare. And don't you think a country is going to stand hostage to anyone? A country of people with intelligence and CIAs and DEAs and IEDs and IEAs and A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H's, JK elemental P's. Don't you think they're going to stand hostage forever? They're going to figure out a way to punch back. And it's going to punch motorcycle clubs in the gut. And it's going to be our own damn faults in the motorcycle club world for not standing up and saying, no more. No more. I am not going to participate in the dumb shit any longer. Thank God no innocent bystanders were killed, because that would really suck. That's my 2 cents. Let us hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. This is a disgusting day in the life of Motorcycle Clubism. We managed to shut down an entire festival. Because, and we don't know the full story. This is what the press release said. But it seems kind of janky if it really is because somebody took a picture with somebody and somebody didn't like it. But we absolutely have seen that before. Does anybody ever come up to your club? Yeah, I noticed you were spending too much time with that other motorcycle club. You went to their party. You didn't come hang out with us. So you're gonna do what? We're gonna move your permission to ride. Not these youngins. You ain't fixed to remove a damn thing, bro. Why don't you go on? And that's what we're seeing. Time and time again. One shooting after the next, after the next, after the next. If you think that they're pissed off about these school shootings, they're going to get to the non-tolerance of this either. You're going to see the craziness. You're going to see the craziness. You can't have shooting after shooting after shooting after shooting and nobody say anything. I saw this in my own club in San Diego after we had so many damn shootings at the clubhouse. And the funny thing is, we weren't in any of them. Next thing you know, here they were at the front door of the clubhouse. Time to shut you bros down. Yep.
Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.